guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, you guys, I just wanted to stop by and tell you guys, that it's very important for you guys to cut off, people who gossip. Narcissists who gossip, empaths who gossip, empaths that don't want to leave narcissists and their abuse. It's understandable when we go through these things, but what happens when someone else validates that you're not crazy? What happens when you've already tried to help this person and they don't want to be helped? What happens when they call you and every time they call you, it's negative and they want you to repeat things to them that they already know, and they want to gossip? They want to gossip, or they want to gossip about you. They want to know your problems. They want to know what's going on in your life. They act like they're your friends, and they're always there for you. If you really need them, they'll come through for you. Don't get me wrong. But it comes with a price. It comes with a prize. They have to go tell their spas. They have to tell people around them that they did these things for you. They don't do it for free. So even if you feel like people aren't getting something in return, financially from you, they're getting validation, and they're validating what they're going through you. Through feeling good because you're in pain and you're suffering. So they go back and they tell other people what you're going through to take off the drama from them, whether they're an empath or a narcissist. They take away the drama for themselves and they focus on you. They're in worse situations than you are sometimes, and they're so focused on you that they really start to believe that it's not that bad what they're going through because you're going through it and you're suffering. So they're focused on you even when you're in a better position than them. These people, they don't, some of them, it might seem like they care about you. They're checking up on you. They're telling you, hey, let me come through, tomorrow. And then they do it in a way where they want to catch you slipping. So they enforce themselves in your life. They never really check on you like that. They never really cared about you throughout the years. They really never really checked up on you. They were never on your side. But the moment that things started going bad for them, and the same people that, betrayed you, betrayed them, now they're calling your line. Now they want to gossip. They just literally want to gossip about these people right along with you. And nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. It's just gossip at that point. And then you start to realize sometimes where you start to look at these people like, are you really the victim, or do you really just like gossiping and talking bad about people? And maybe that's why these people don't talk to you no more, because you gossip too much, because, you don't even know what's going on. Some of these people literally help you in the name of love. And really, there's a backstory to why they're even helping you in the first place. They're trying to make themselves look good in front of other people. Whether it's their family, whether it's their partner, they're going to sleep with their narcissistic partner, and now they're bashing you to their narcissistic partner that they won't leave. Yet, when they're talking to you, they're making it seem like they want to leave these people alone. They get around those people, guess what? They start gossiping about you right along with them. The narcissist starts saying things about you, they start saying things about you. The narcissist doesn't want to talk to them anymore. They want to gossip with you. They want to project their pain on you. These people, you can't be around these gossiping people, whether they're a narcissist or a victim of narcissist abuse. Trust me. I've lived it. These people, look, I've been nice to people, always was there for them. And guess what? The moment that someone stole from them, which was the narcissist, guess who they blame it on? You. Not the narcissist, you. We already know what the narcissist is about, but anyone surrounding themselves with narcissist people, the narcissist will get you to sell your own people out. The narcissist will put you in positions where you're sitting here putting the blame on other people just because you're like, oh, my friend, I don't really see her that much, but she's a good friend. But I'm going to put the blame on her to cover my tracks. So there'll be empaths that you give confidence to, and now they're talking to other people because they know that the narcissist is doing it, and now they're blaming you, making it seem like you're that bad friend, and the narcissist is looking at them like, I always knew I didn't like them. Or they want to keep, you're dealing with your own problems, your own situations, and they don't even bother to really care what you're going through. You can literally be going through something literally today, and they'll call you and they're like, oh, really? I'm going to come over there, and we'll talk about it when I get there. And they'll come to you quick, like little roaches. They'll come really quick. And once they get there, they don't even care what you're going through. They're so focused on what they're going through, they turn everything back onto themselves. And you'll start to think to yourself, what's going on? Why did you even come here? It almost feels like your energy starts to hurt because you might be hurting about something and they're so focused talking about themselves that your energy is telling you this person didn't come over for you. This person came over for themselves, because instead of you feeling like someone is pouring energy on you, you'll start feeling like they're draining you even more. A lot of times, I've been in situations where, I never really talked to an uncle of mine, right? My dad never really had a relationship with him. And eventually one day, basically, I started to hang out with one of my cousins, and that's his dad. So I met him, and he still doesn't get along with my dad, right? So me and my uncle start getting along, and I guess he came across my dad and they had a conversation, and I guess they start talking about me. This is what happens. They start talking about you. And basically my dad was asking like, oh, like, how is my daughter doing and things like that, because I hadn't been, he's a narcissist and I haven't been talking to him for a long time. And instead of him calling me as his kid, right, he is talking to my uncle that he doesn't get along with. They don't get along with each other, but yet they have found a common denominator, which is me. And my uncle is trying to make himself seem like he's playing like a father figure with me when he has never done anything for me. All I did was hang out with him a couple times because I was close to my cousin at the time. At the time I started to kind of like develop a friendship with my cousin. So that's the only reason I came around my uncle, but it wasn't that I needed him or I needed his wisdom or advice or anything, So he made it seem like, oh, you need to talk to your daughter. Like, I'm not going to tell you anything that's going on. You have to figure it out. Almost like making it seem like he talks to me all the time. Like, he's trying to make it seem to him that he talks to me all the time and that he's a bad dad because he's taking over, basically. And the crazy part is I don't even hang out with my uncle. Like, I can count with my hand with one hand, how many times I've been around him. So I started to realize there's this pattern with people where they all are trying to find something in different people to validate themselves and to validate how others view them. So they'll do something nice for you, but it's not coming from the heart. It's coming because they want other people to see, like, look, I'm still nice. Look, I'm still nice. Look, I've been dealing with this narcissist. I'm still a nice person, even though this person did something bad to me. But it's just the simple fact that people go out of their way to try to make others feel like they're good. There was one time, this girl I grew up with and went to school with. This is why I don't have a Facebook, because it's ridiculous. She basically went on there and bashing her cousin being on drugs or being homeless on the street. And she's like, oh, she posted this. She said, I tried to give my cousin something to eat and she didn't take the food. Like she's a freaking dog or something, like you're an animal. Like you don't want to take the food. What if she ate already? Like, why does it matter? Like, why does it matter that she didn't want to take the food? Why couldn't you just give her money like she wanted it? Oh, I don't want to give her money because she's going to spend it on drugs. She's doing so bad that she might need a cigarette. She might need a freaking beer. What is wrong with people? Like, I just don't understand. What is wrong with people? And guess what? No one is going to help you. I've seen it. I've seen people on drugs and no one can help you. No one can help you but yourself. And I've seen people pull themselves out of those situations. I've seen people pull themselves out of homelessness by themselves. So basically, you're by yourself. So I don't want to remember you as someone who was offering me food and didn't want to give me money and I wasn't hungry or I already ate, and you're trying to force food down my throat like I'm a dog. It's a difference if I'm standing in front of a place and I'm hungry and I'm like, hey, if I'm standing in front of a restaurant, I'm like, hey, can you get me a cheeseburger? Anything helps. I'm hungry. But if someone's not hungry, how can you force someone to eat? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And she's a nurse. She's supposed to be caring for people, These are people that gossip. She took it upon herself to go to the internet, go to Facebook, and tell people, I don't know what's wrong with my cousin. I gave her food. And, like thinking that people were going to say that she's a good person. She wanted that validation. Like, at least I'm not like my cousin. At least I'm not homeless. At least I didn't go to jail. At least. Gossiping. She's around her family and they're all giggly and happy and eating turkey and stuffing their faces. And they think that they're really living good. They think that they're really happier than other people. They think that they're blessed. And all they do is gossip. You're gossiping on the internet. You're gossiping in person. You're gossiping. That's all you do. You don't know what the meaning of doing something out of the kindness of your heart. You don't know what that means. These people you'll have a conversation with someone and you're thinking they're your friend because you're venting to them. The whole time they're telling their family and their friends. I remember telling someone I was close to something and really thinking this person was my best friend because we knew each other since we were kids, since we were in the 4th grade. Later on, I started to feel, every time I came around her family, I started to feel like weird vibes, like from her mom, and just like, how's everything going with you? And giving me this like ugly face. And I'm like, what's wrong with her? And I would be nice to her because I was confused. She's acting like she knows me and I'm confused. So I always felt like she was trying to perceive me as something I wasn't. I could just see it in her eyes, her demeanor, how she talked. And one day I told my friend something private, thinking she wasn't going to tell anyone. And come to find out, she tells her whole family. And I'm like, why would you talk to them? She's like, oh, well, my family, we go to church and we pray for people, and we just wanted to pray for you, because God is going to be the only one to get you through this. And I'm like, why would you tell? That's the problem right there. You talk too much. You guys talk too much. When you're dealing with empaths that are dealing with narcissists still, you have to stay away from the gossip. You have to stay away from anyone who's not healed, because it takes away from your energy. Like, period. It takes away from your energy. Sometimes you might think as an empath, I'm bored. I only talk to these people because I'm bored. I just want to, I learned from that. I told someone I was close to, because they were hanging out with someone that wasn't a good friend, and I could tell the young lady was demonic. I could tell she was laughing at someone's pain. I knew she was demonic. I told this person, this is not a good friend. You need to be careful with her. Oh, you don't even know them. They were laughing at someone's pain. I could tell. It's demonic. It's not normal. It's not, they act like because they're in groups and everyone's laughing, it's a joke. It's not a joke, because guess what? The boogeyman is out here and you're sitting here gossiping, thinking, oh, we're joking, we're going to get away with this. No, you're not. You're gossiping, and I told this person, don't talk to this person. And something told me, don't talk to this friend because she's not listening to you. And then I told myself, well, you don't have any control over no one but yourself. You don't have control over the narcissist. You don't have control over no one. So I said to myself, I'm going to keep this friend at a distance because I already know what's going to happen before it happens. That person she's dealing with is demonic. And if she feels like because she's bored, she should hang out with that person, okay. All right, fine. I'm one of those people that I'm not, I peep stuff out about someone and I'm like, I don't like this person, or I don't like the type of choices my friend is making. I'm telling her the truth so she can avoid bad things to happen to her, but she doesn't want to listen. She thinks she knows everything. She thinks I don't know what I'm talking about when I tell her this person's fake. They get off on other people's pain. Oh, I already know they're not that much of a great person, but I just get bored. Guess what that boredom does when you hang out with those type of people? Bad things happen. You might be conscious, but you're hanging out with them because you're bored, and bad things happen. And I used to do the same thing. I used to tell myself, I'm conscious, I know what's going on. They can't do anything to me if I hang out with them. No one can convince me to do anything. No one can control me. But if you start hanging out with those people on a regular, you'll see that whatever bad karma those people have following them will follow you. Next thing you know, that friend of mine, someone's slashing her tires because someone came for her friend. Not for her friend, but yet they were so angry they slashed her tires. And this is why I wanted to bring this up. It's something that I've just, I've been wanting to talk about. Sometimes I don't have the energy to talk about certain things. So when I make videos, a lot of times when I make videos, I don't have the energy to give people the knowledge that I have because I just don't have the energy to explain it to anyone anymore. I'm at that point where I don't have the energy to explain it to people anymore. You know why? Because no one's going to look out for me. No one's going to give me my flowers. Like, everyone thinks you could just pour your energy, pour your words and not give back. So at this point, it's like I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to a wall. I'm giving people information and no one wants to pour back onto me. And I've already experienced that for a long time. I literally have suffered for a very, very long time. And I give people the type of knowledge that other people won't give you. And it's not so much because I'm expecting something in return, but it's for my own sin, for my own sins, for my own ignorance that I make these videos because I want others to wake up. So I have to regain my energy. This is why I have to stay away from people. No matter how bored I get, I stay away from people unless they're on the same vibration as me. And from what I've came to see is that boredom, if you're bored, do something productive. If you're bored and you're like, I'm gonna go to my friend's house just because I'm bored, I don't do anything. That friend doesn't do anything, but that friend's not a good friend. That friend probably doesn't even go anywhere. They probably work from home, but they're not a good friend. But somehow, even though they don't leave anywhere, you go to their house and their enemies are coming to their house looking for them. Or you're walking out of their house and their enemies spot you out because they know you know them and they come for you. So this is why I've learned that, to stay away from people who gossip, stay away from evil people, man. Stay away from demonic people. Stay away from people that don't want to leave these demons alone. people who gossip and think they're good people. Stay away from people that act like they're good people, but every time they do something nice for someone, they have to tell you about it. And you don't even know these people they're talking about. They're just telling you, oh, I want to do this and this and this for my friend and this and this. It's like they're trying to project what they did onto you. Like, I don't go, when I help people, when I help homeless people along the way, or I give back, I don't go and call someone or go online and tell people what I do. I don't go and like hang out with my friend and start telling them all the nice things that I do for people. And not only, sometimes you want to talk about good things, right? There's nothing wrong with talking about good things. But pay attention to people who compare themselves to other people. They're like, I'm good, that other person is bad. You see? Their mother was supposed to help them, and the mother didn't help them, and I helped them. I'm better than the mother. You can't compare yourself to someone's mother that raised someone just because you did a couple nice things for them. You can't compare yourself from someone who took care of someone for 20, 30 years, even if that person has a disorder, because at the end of the day, we have to come into consciousness, and we have to understand that even with our parents, the people around us, we don't have control over no one but ourselves. You get me? So that's what I wanted to come on here and basically say today. I had the energy to just say this to you guys. And I know that someone's listening to this. And I know that, this is touching someone. Someone on here knows that they are conscious, and that sometimes they just get bored and they hang out with these type of people just because you get bored. Someone needed to hear this message, because they're not quite sure if these people are healthy for their consciousness and their growth and their wisdom. They're not quite sure if that even has an impact on who they are. You can plant seeds, right? You can plant seeds, but you can't control people. So you need to live for you. And by the time these people come into their awakening, trust me, they'll be back. And they'll say, hey, thank you. Remember when you told me this? Now I get it. Until then, I'll see you at the crossroads. So, I'm ending this video like this. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace. If you guys want to book with me, I'll be leaving booking information on my description where you guys can text me. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, like my videos, you guys, and share these videos, because I really want this message to get to a younger generation as well. A lot of people that follow me, are more mature, on the mature level, but I really want my information to get to 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, because it seems like that group, the younger group, these videos tend to not be recommended to them. They get recommendations of crap, BS. And they're all into this hot girl summer in their head and don't know what the hell's going on, and it's supposed to be like that. So by the time they get conned and they get played, it's too late. Now they're on my channel crying and listening to me till they fall asleep. So you know what that's like. I know what that's like. We can't hate our younger generation. We can't hate them. We're going to become our parents. We're going to become our parents and try to ruin our kids and the younger generation's lives just because we're not happy. That's not cool at all. It's not cool. People have a deep hate in their heart for many different things when it comes to age, race, sexuality, all these things. Stop, people need to stop being haters, period. It's really sad. It's really sad that people gossip and they need other people to feel good about themselves. Let people be themselves. Let the narcissists be themselves. You need to know who you are. Who are you? So I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will talk to you guys on the next podcast. Love you guys. Bye.